Inspiration and revelations come in the strangest of places. The other day I was in my truck listening to Bon Jovi on the radio, and I had this epiphany on what life is supposed to be. Hi, I'm Rick Higgins. Welcome to Life Coaching, and I have something to admit. I don't take compliments very well, and I also live in this land of self-deprecation, and I get called out on both of them a lot. My life just seems to whisper and sometimes scream, "Don't take me seriously. Nothing to see over here." The story of Bon Jovi. So there I was listening to him singing, and I got to picturing him on stage with that huge big Bon Jovi smile of his and just going to town. And I got to thinking, is he worrying about what notes need to be played, what words need to be sung, where he's supposed to be standing? And I realized no. And it's not just because he's done it 1,000 times, it's because he's truly enjoying what he's doing. And more importantly, he's got the self-confidence to do it. If he messes a note or screws up a word, he's just gonna smile bigger and keep going. And I got to thinking, is that what success is? Is that really the entire key to it? Is just having confidence in yourself, having confidence in what's around you, believing in it, doing it, and having fun? And that led me down a rabbit hole. And then I started thinking of, well, other actors, other celebrities, other musicians. What is their definition of success and how did they handle it? And somehow I wound up on Heath Ledger, an actor, an incredible, incredible actor. And he never believed in himself. He never had the confidence. He wouldn't look at his own product. Nothing he did was good enough for himself. And sadly, he took his own life. Now, here are two different people who have incredible success stories. They're both very, very talented in what they do. And the difference is one believes in himself and the other does not. And that really got me to thinking about confidence and looking kind of back on myself. And do we have an imposter inside of ourselves? Do we believe that he's there? One of those two guys I just told you about believed he had an imposter, the other one didn't. Okay, let's talk about what success really is. Now, let's picture that I've got a TV show. I cook on TV. Now, am I a success because I am the best chef in the world, that my meatloaf is better than everyone else's? Maybe, maybe not. But I'm on TV. I have an audience. People are coming to watch me make that meatloaf. Therefore, aren't I a success that way? So to me, success just has so many parameters to it. Do we get to define what it is? Do others get to define what it is? Some combination of both. I mean, honestly, does someone have to be a success at everything to be a success? Or can you just be a success at some things and still be a success? Now, here's my thoughts on that. If you are, and I'm going to stick with acting here, or musicians, or something that's out there in the public eye. If you want to gauge success for that one, it doesn't necessarily come from within. It's the public eye, I think, that actually defines your success. Do people come and want to watch you, like on my videos? Do people come and want to watch me? Is that a success? Is it not? Do I feel like I'm a success? Am I not? Those are very vague and difficult things to answer. Now, if you put that in terms of yourself, what makes whatever you're doing a success? And is a success a black and white flip switch? I don't think so. After listening to Bon Jovi, after thinking about some other people, I think success is incremental. I think success is kind of what you want it to be. It is not a grand prize at the end with a crown and a tiara and everyone throws you a party and says, look, they're successful. I think there's a lot of stuff in between that can be called success the same. Regardless of whether success is outwardly defined or inwardly defined, there is a commonality in both, in that you can be successful and fail at the same time. And in fact, I would say that you have to fail. I don't think you can be successful unless you actually fall down. But you gotta fall in a certain direction. You gotta fall forward. I mean, think about it. Whatever path you've got to whatever success you want, it's not a ladder. It's not a climb, 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 climb till you get to the top. No, it's more like an obstacle course. It's a series of ladders and ropes and bridges and canyons and fire traps and water pits and giant iguanas. The path is up and down, left and right, and it is designed by nature, by everything else, to be difficult to get through. You're going to fall off that rope. You're going to fall off that ladder. Are you going to learn from it and get back up? Well, then you are a success on that obstacle. And so successes within the obstacles are what get you towards the overall success, which I still don't believe can ever actually be attained, because that means it's over. Now, I was talking with my therapist the other day. Actually, I was interviewing with a therapist to see if we had a decent fit. We didn't, spoiler alert. But she asked me a question. I was going on and on and on, trying to pack into my 1 hour my entire life story so she would have a picture of who I was. And at the end, she had this sort of shocked look on her face, and she went, "What are you afraid of?" And I'm like, lady, you don't know what you're talking about. And I went home and I had a couple drinks and I got about half schnockered. And then I started reliving her question. What am I afraid of? What am I actually really afraid of? So I'm going to turn this around. We're going to role play. I am your life coach. I want to ask you, what are you afraid of? What keeps you in the back of your head churning and thinking? And what brings out that imposter? What are you actually afraid of? Are you afraid of yourself? Are you afraid that you're not good enough? Are you afraid that people are going to call you out and say, he's not really an expert, he just plays one on TV, therefore he is not successful? We all have that person inside of ourselves that tell us what we can't do, what we shouldn't do, what we are and are not. And sometimes that voice is really, really negative. I know in my case, it very much was. Going through the litany of what am I afraid of? It wasn't pretty, but it was helpful. So what is success? Is it the series of obstacles? Is it the path? Is it learning? Is just the simple fact of learning something, or at least learning what not to do? That is in itself a success. That means you are one step farther away from that imposter that you might think that you are. So yeah, let's do some life coaching together. Let's start thinking of questions like, what are you afraid of? What is that voice inside your head telling you that you can't do? And why can't you do it? What is standing between you and where you want to be? And you know, it all starts with that big question. What are you afraid of? So thanks for watching. I realize that these life coaching sessions are very one way and you really can't answer me back, but I want to give you some ideas of what we talk about in life coaching, what you need to think about, and more importantly, coach yourself. Take this, go off to your room, get half schnocked, and ask yourself some really hard questions, and don't be afraid to answer them. And in the meantime, be healthy, be happy, and we'll talk to you really, really soon.